With all of our variables now set, we are ready to prepare our player for the game by providing them with the equipment they need. For this, we'll make a function. Let's click on the function folder and click Make a Function. Using CamelCase, let's name our function something that clearly tells us what it does. I'll use Equip Player. We now have the function block in our coding workspace. Our player needs to be given a bow. Let's go into the mobs folder and use the give block. We want the player to receive a bow, but you may have noticed that the bow is not an option in the dropdown. If we go into the blocks folder, we can get the items value and replace the block value dropdown. From the item dropdown, we can now select the bow. We are also going to need some arrows. We can right-click on the give block we have and duplicate it. From the dropdown, we can choose the arrow. Our player is definitely going to need more than one arrow. Let's give them 20 for now, but this might be an issue if the player misses a few targets and runs out of arrows without finishing the game. Let's fix that. In the player folder, there is a block called onItemUsed. It can't be put in our function. It is its own event, so it will run any time that item is used throughout the game. Let's place it in a new spot in our code. We want the player to have infinite arrows, so every time they use the bow, they can get an arrow back. We can choose the bow from the dropdown. Then we can duplicate a give block from our function, making sure the arrow is selected and the amount is set to 1. All we need to do now is call our function. In the function folder, let's get the call equip player block and add it to our onChat command. Remember, we can collapse our function when it's done to give ourselves some more space to code. Now that our player is equipped with a bow and arrows, in our next video, we'll tell our agent how to build each target.